and welcome to lesson number 4, where we will start to implement our walking animation. So in the last lesson we have created the idle animation. So if we hit play, our character is idling. So it would be nice actually to have some ability to make our character walk. And so let's go one more time here to the animation folder, animation, and let's go to walking. And let's actually click back here on animation to see on the preview window, and I want the walk forward animation. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so simply drag and drop that inside our animation controller. If we hit play, you notice we press any button, nothing happens. This is because, or that is because we have to implement some functionality to make Unity, let Unity know what we actually want to accomplish, and we can do this with states. So if we click here on this little plus symbol, you notice we have a float, an end, bool, and trigger. So in this case, it makes sense to use a float since W is binded to an access key. We will talk about this in just a moment. Let's call it simply movement, and let's say 0. And so if we play again, nothing happens because we need to connect the walk animation with the idle animation. If you ask why not with the entry, well, like you said in the last lesson, the entry node is basically which animation should be played when we are pressing play. So if we right click on the walk forward animation and click on set as layer default state, you notice now that our entry is connected with the walk FD, and if we play, our character is walking. Alright, so our forward walking animation is working at least, but that's not something we want. We don't want our character to walk forward whenever the player presses play. So let's make a transition with the walk forward and one more transition back. And if we click on this arrow, you see that we have no conditions in it. And so let's click on this plus here, and you notice we have now here our just created movement float, and the condition right now says if the movement input is greater than 0, play the animation. And let's click on the other arrow. So basically when we have here the condition, let's click on plus so we get the movement again. So here we want actually to be at less. So if the movement is less than 0, in this case we want 0.01. If the movement input is less than 0.01, we want the idle animation to be played. Let's also uncheck has exit time. So if you're wondering what exit time means, let's just simply hit play and I will showcase this to you. Let's drag and drop the animator somewhere here to the bottom, and you see now our character is idling. So if I type here at the movement any float in, let's say 1, you will notice that it will take a moment and then our character should be walking or not. Let's actually see if this is working. Alright, so let me check this quickly. It's greater than 1, he should walk. If not, let's actually just uncheck has exit time and see if that helps. Yeah. So exit time basically means, let's put this on again and hit play. You see, when we have exit time checked, it basically means the animation will only transform to the walk forward animation when the idle animation is completely played. So that is not something we want. We want our character to walk forward whenever the player hits W on the keyboard. And so therefore we want to uncheck the has exit time, because right now it plays the idle animation and plays and plays, and it's a really long animation. As you can see, it takes quite a long time and now our character is walking. See what I'm talking about? So if we uncheck here the has exit time and hit play, you notice that our character is walking, and if we hit type in here 0, our character is stop walking. However, I want to uncheck here still the has exit time, even though the walking animation is pretty short, as you can see here. Still makes more sense to uncheck that, because we don't want to wait until the walking animation has stopped. We just want to go into the idle state as soon as our player releases the input keys. Alright, so if we hit play and press 1, it walks. If we press 0 here, it stands. Okay. So let's put the animator back here at the top to stay organized, and that would be it for this lesson. Save scene, save project, and so in the next lesson we will attach a script to our character and learn how to actually control our animation control by our input. So I hope you enjoyed so far, and see you in the next lesson.